Premier League team.
I'm Olivia Buzaglo. This is the early sports breakfast on talkSPORT. We're building up to talkSPORT breakfast this morning at 6 a.m. With Jeff. No, it's not Jeff. I'm so used to saying Jeff Selling and Ali McCoy. It's not. It's a Thursday, which means it's Alan Brazil and Gabby O'Connell.
That's right.
And Nick is still with me in the studio.
Yeah. We'll get you through this. Don't worry. We're going to start in Adelaide. We'll get to John Norman very shortly, where England's Ashes hopes are on life support. We'll have all the reaction to the League Cup quarter-final. City and Newcastle both going through. We've got the latest from the AJ versus Jake Paul fight. As always, get involved on the usual number. Give us a call, 03717 22 33 44, or on the text 81089.
Thanks, Nick. Let's get into it, shall we? I mean, I could have done, today... I always bring like a little bit of makeup into work just to, make myself look a little bit more presentable.
Sure.
And on a day when I'm feeling horrific, I was like, do you know what? I need it today. Just need it to make myself, like my eyes feel really red.
You look good from here. You look slightly tired.
I'm tired and I forgot my makeup. So I'm now on air with no makeup.
Well, if anyone wants to tune into the YouTube, they can see what you look like.
Please don't.
In reality.
If I can give you one, just don't. Just listen this morning would be great. How are you anyway, Nick?
I'm doing all right. Haven't slept very much. I went to see a heavy metal gig last night.
Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me about that on Monday.
Orange Goblin.
I'm not going to lie, Nick.
Waved goodbye after 30 years at the top of the heavy metal game.
Genuinely my worst nightmare.
Well...
Did you enjoy it, though?
It was incredible.
Was it?
It was so good.
Is like heavy metal your, type of music?
They're quite bluesy. They've got a bit of a punk edge to them. I like sort of classic rock and heavy stuff. Yeah. Lots of big riffs.
And what time did you get in?
Midnight.
Ah!
Yeah, exactly. Up at 2:30. But, thank God we're not doing a real job. We just get to sit around and chat. On that, let's get John Norman involved. John, you a fan of Orange Goblin?
It sounds like a beer, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does a little bit. Yeah,
Sounds
there's
like
one called the Hobgoblin, isn't there?
Sounds like an ale, an old man ale. No, heavy metal was never really my thing, to be honest with you. But I've never heard heavy metal crossed with, what did you say, bluesy?
Yeah, they're quite bluesy.
How's that even a thing?
Very riff-based.
They riff, do they?
Yeah. Well, if you think of bands like Black Sabbath, started as a kind of a blues band.
I suppose.
But then they basically just turned into a riff banned. Anyway, let's talk about the cricket, shall we, John?
I'd rather not.
Well,
let's stick with this bluesy heavy metal.
I'll play some. I'll play some for you later when we come out the half-past break. We'll play some Orange Goblin when we get back to the cricket. John, give us an update. Do England have any hope left in this Ashes series?
No, I don't think they do. They're 154 for 5, and so they still trail by 217. Australia this morning had by far the better of the morning session. They added 45 to their overnight score for the loss of 2 wickets. Mitchell Starc once again providing valuable runs at the lower end of the batting order, 54 for him. And then England collapsing, 3 wickets before lunch. Crawley caught behind for 9. Ollie Pope, oh dear. I don't know if you've seen this wicket yet, guys, but it's down there with one of the worst dismissals you're going to see all Ashes. Ollie Pope dragging a ball well outside off stump to the fielder at short mid-wicket. He went for 3, and this was in Nathan Lyon's first over, by the way. And 2 balls later, Ben Duckett dismissed for 29, bowled off stump. So that set in motion a period where essentially Joe Root, who was caught behind to his tormentor-in-chief, Pat Cummins for 19, Harry Brook and Ben Stokes just went on the go slow, and they just tried to bat it out. It's kind of how everybody's been saying they should bat all series. They did. It still didn't work. So I'm not sure what lessons were learned, who was right, who was wrong. Harry Brook was dismissed to Cameron Green. Again, a good delivery from Green. But really the key for me has been Nathan Lyon. He's been able to hold one end, and that's enabled Pat Cummins to rotate his fast bowlers at the other. And despite the 40-degree heat, Australia have been all over England all day, and it's very, very difficult to see where they go from here. But, they've still got Stokes at the crease. Snicko's still playing a part. We just had the Australians up in arms because Jamie Smith hasn't been given out, caught at slip. He's still there, 22, and going for his shots. But, yeah, England need basically to bat out this session. If they do that, with these two still there at stumps, then, yeah, they're back in the game. But to think they can go on and win 3-2 from here, that's somewhat fanciful, I'd say. But we shall see.
Yeah, we shall. John, you mentioned Ollie Pope's wicket. I mean, I haven't seen it yet. I need to have a look back at it. But what does this mean for him, do you think? Is there a chance he does maybe get dropped for the next test?
Well, he's got 1 innings, unfortunately, but just the way he's set about at the crease at Brisbane and also here at Adelaide, you fear for him. It feels like mentally he might already be checked out. He might already be gone. It was a really poor dismissal. So, look, he's still got an innings. It could be a match-saving or even a match-winning one. You never know. He's got undoubted talent, but he's so skittish at the start of his innings, and he just doesn't seem to know where his game's at. And this dismissal, he's never been that strong against spin, but this was a really poor dismissal at a terrible time. And truth be told, it's kind of been coming. So, yeah, if England lose this match, then who knows where they're going to go. They've only really got Jacob Ethel in the side as a backup batter. He'll probably slot in at 3. But, are they really going to will Jofra Archer out for another game so soon after these 3? I'm not sure, but I suppose that's a question for another day. But Ollie Pope will certainly be feeling the heat, as they all are, because it is hot. Very hot.
Sorry to pile on the misery. Fulham out the Carabao Cup. Was that a competition that you think Marco Silva was targeting, and how are you feeling after that result?
Well, I slept through it, so that tells you all you need to know. I didn't fancy our chances. Pat Cummins has gone up for a caught behind here. Jamie Smith on the pull. He's not even looking at the umpire. They're celebrating. Now, the umpires are going to have a little chat. Whilst you were both sleeping, or whilst you, Nick, were, moshing, stage diving, or doing whatever you were doing at this bluesy heavy metal gig, there was an incident very early on involving a catch that was given not out on field. It was Joe Root edged onto his pads, and the ball died on Alex Carey, and after an age it was decided that the ball hadn't carried. So we're going to have another one of those, because just a few moments ago Jamie Smith bounced by Green, I think it was, seemed to glove the ball onto his helmet. The ball then died on Usman Khawaja, and essentially the decision went England's way. Now, Carey's definitely caught this. It's just a question of what the ball has hit. We're just seeing... Oh, there's a nick there. Yeah, there's a nick there, so Jamie Smith is going to go.
Have they synced up?
I don't know.
Now?
Well, I don't know. Jamie Smith has somehow managed to toe-end this to the wicket-keeper. I mean, that never happens. It's been a really weird day. Maybe it's just because it's 5:10 in the morning and I've had no sleep, but...
Right, John, thank you so much.
Yeah, it does look like this is out, although shall we just... It's out. Jamie Smith's out.
Nice.
And England are 6 down. 159 for 6.
Yeah, this is going really, really well. Thank you very much, John. Oh, gosh. Oh, anyway, shall we move it on to football, shall we? Because John's Fulham are out of the League Cup, as we just said. They lost to Newcastle. Man City march on as well. Here's how last night sounded for you on talkSPORT.
Pep Guardiola has spoken in the past about the importance of this competition to his time here at City.
The holders are desperate to keep the Carabao Cup on Tyneside. Chance to pop a ball across the penalty area for Willock and finished by Johan Wissa.
Just delighted he's off and running and gets his goal. That will do him the world of good.
And a shot is rifled into the top right-hand corner. Is a magnificent finish to give Manchester City the lead.
Ryan Cherki is another one of those players, isn't he? Where it's his world. And it's just a pleasure to be in it.
We are lucky to have that gifted players, you know, to do this kind of action.
To Savinho, and he will make his way now inside the box. Fires it. Oh, it's deflected in. 2-0, Savinho will claim it. And surely now have the place after that higher deflection in the last 4.
Oh, he swings it over. Flicked in! It's flicked in! And it's Lewis Miley this time! In stoppage time! Newcastle United 2. Fulham 1.
Needed it after Sunday's disappointment.
They're into the semi-final once again, and the chance to maybe retain this trophy.
Yeah, it was 19-year-old Lewis Miley who scored a stoppage time winner for Newcastle in that game against Fulham. It came after he operated as a makeshift right back, and Howe believes the teenager's versatility shows he has a very bright future. And Johan Wissa. I mean, what a story for Johan Wissa. Obviously, he's been out for the whole season, pretty much so far through injury. But he came back to score his 50th goal in English football. And he's told us he's just very happy to be injury-free.
Strange for me, injured, but in the end, I'm here. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the medical staff because we've done a lot of work on my injury. But yeah, I'm happy for the fans that someone else can help the team, and happy for myself and my family because it's been something crazy. So yeah, quite happy.
I mean, what a season Johan Wissa had for Brentford last season. And I think it's obviously his injury is just so annoyingly timed, wasn't it? I mean, Nick Voltemata's done a pretty good job. He scored, 5 goals in 13 coming into the Premier League for the first time. But I think we're forgetting how brilliant Johan Wissa was for Brentford last season. 19 goals he scored, none of them penalties, because obviously Brian Mbeumo was on penalties for Brentford last season. Obviously, he's back a little bit late to go to AFCON. But I think, like Eddie Howe said, or he said after the game, he's so happy for him to come back and get on the score sheet. And he's got a big part to play for Newcastle this season. And when Wissa's fit, I wonder if they'll go Voltemata and Wissa. Maybe they'll play them together. But at least they have the option now if they want to play. They want to give Voltemata a rest, they can. I think he'll have a big impact on Newcastle's season. I did think that was a very good signing when they signed him. It was brilliant. Meanwhile, Vissa's former side, Brentford, they lost 2-0 at Manchester City. But were Pep's team lucky not to go down to 10 in the first half? It was Kushnerov who brought down Kevin Schade. And we asked Keith Andrews if he thought Kushnerov should have been sent off.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Did you speak to the officials?
No, one of the VAR assistants spoke to them and felt that the touch was a little bit too big. I'm struggling to comprehend that one. I'm very quick to defend the officials because it's a very difficult job, but that for me was a mistake.
Yeah, Stonewall red card. I'm not quite sure what... Obviously, there's no VAR, right? There's no VAR until the semi-finals in the League Cup. That was as clear as a red card, I thought, when I was watching it. He's last man. something about, I don't know if I heard something about, Kevin Chada's touch being too big. He barely even touched, he just nicked it past him. It was a goal-scoring opportunity. He was running through on goal. No City player was getting back. However, people say, do you want VAR? Do you not want VAR? If that decision went to VAR, he would have been sent off. VAR would have looked at that and gone, he's last man. There's no one covering. But are you going to complain because there's no VAR? What? You sort of can't have it both ways. But I did think that was a clear red card. I thought Brentford were, I think obviously if that happens, completely changes the game. We might be sitting here saying Brentford get through. I still think it's been a good start for Brentford under Keith Andrews. I think, I know some Brentford fans are not quite sure, but, they're 7 points clear of West Ham, who are in 18th. They've beaten Newcastle, they've beaten Liverpool, they've beaten Man United, they drew with Chelsea. I think people thought it was maybe going to go worse. And I think actually, especially at home, they've been impressive. But that was absolutely a red card for Kushinov. And if there was VAR, I think we'd have been looking at a very different outcome. Keith Andrews had a pretty good start, I think. Now, someone who hasn't had a good start at all, to say the least, is Wilfried Nancy. 4 games since he took over at Celtic. 4 defeats. It's the first time that's happened since 1978. Now, Celtic are 6 points off Hearts at the top, but they're now only 3 clear of Rangers. Their last defeat came at Dundee United. They lost 2-1. talkSPORT's Adrian Durham asks, what's next?
Celtic lost again. They're in crisis, there's no doubt about it. It's 4 defeats in a row. They lost to title rivals Hearts. They lost in Europe. They lost the cup final to St Mirren, which is like achieving the impossible. And tonight they led but lost at Dundee United, who get their first win in 8. Can a manager of one of the biggest clubs in the world be sacked after just 4 games?
No, I don't think so. I think you've got to give him a little bit longer than 4 games. I know it's been an awful start, and I know Celtic fans are crying out for Martin O'Neill to go back after the time that he took over was really good. Celtic fans, get in touch this morning, 81089 on the text. How are you feeling about Wilfried Nancy? Does he deserve the time to turn it around? But 4 defeats from his first 4 games, obviously not very good at all. Right, this morning, as always, we want you to get in touch. Wayne Rooney's overhead kick has been voted as the best Premier League goal of all time. Scientists have worked it out by giving goals a difficulty rating, and Rooney's overhead kick for Man United against City back in 2011 was deemed the most difficult. So the question is, do you agree? What do you think is the best ever Premier League goal? Get in touch, 03717 22 3344, or you can text us as well on 81089. This is Early Breakfast on talkSPORT with me, Olivia Buzaglo. Up next, we'll take a look at the back pages and we'll talk Enzo Maresca after his comments recently. don't know if you just caught me smelling my Vicks vapor rub. I smothered myself. I didn't actually realise the camera was coming back on then. But anyway. A very good morning. I'm Olivia Buzaglo. This is the early breakfast here on talkSPORT. It's Alan Brazil and Gabby Agbon-Lahore with you from 6 a.m. There's a few things you need to know this morning. James Wade began his World Darts Championship campaign with a 3-0 win over Ryuichi Asamoto. But five-time winner Raymond van Barneveld suffered a shock first-round exit in straight sets to Stefan Belmont. He became the first Swiss player to secure a victory at Ali Pali. Callan Ridds and Mike De Decker get going today. The afternoon session is live for you over on talkSPORT 2. Chelsea have secured a quarter-final spot in the Women's Champions League after beating Wolfsburg 2-1. They finished third in the table. It's the top four that qualify directly. Both Arsenal and Manchester United have to face a playoff. And Crystal Palace manager Oliver Glasner will not confirm reports he's refusing to sign a new deal at the club. He has been linked with taking over at Manchester United. Glasner says he's too busy worrying about 3 games in 6 days, starting with Finnish side Coops in the Conference League tonight.
Believe me, I'm never thinking about my future right at the moment. I've just really all getting everything sorted with the players and what is the best. I never played this schedule. These games, so many games in this short period.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous when you think about it. I mean, they got Coops in the Conference League tonight. That's live on talkSPORT 2 for you this evening. For more on all the day's biggest stories, you can head over to talksport.com. Just for context, they've obviously got Coops in the Conference League tonight. They've then got Leeds away Saturday, so 2 days later. And then on Tuesday, they've got Arsenal in their Carabao Cup quarter-final. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So yeah, if anyone ever had a time to moan about fixture scheduling, it is now, and it's Oliver Glasner. This is a reasonable example. You know how managers do like to moan about fixture congestion, but this I think is outrageous, to be honest. 3 games in 6 days is wild. Right, scientists have decided that Wayne Rooney's overhead kick back in 2011 is the best ever Premier League goal. So that's what we're asking you this morning. Rich in Gosport said the best Premier League goal was Yeboah versus Liverpool. Kieran Papa Cisse against Chelsea. Never seen a goal like it. I'm a Man U fan. It defied gravity. Kieran, it defied gravity. That is one of the best Premier League goals for sure. John Z from Haverfordwest got to be David Beckham against Wimbledon, inch perfect inside his own half. Inside his own half, I feel like we've seen a lot of goals inside their own half. Someone anonymous, Rooney's goal, great, but came off his shin, could have gone anywhere. I do tend to agree. It did come off Wayne Rooney's shin. And a few texts in about Nick's trip to see Orange Goblin. Alan in Scotland said, my brother Stuart travelled from Scotland down to London to see Orange Goblin. Says they were incredible as well. He's now making the long journey home. He'd love a shout out. Go on, Stuart. Travelled down from Scotland. Shout out to Stuart if you're listening. I don't know if you are listening, Stuart, but if you are, shout out. I hope you had a great time.
The heavy metal community is tight.
Pardon?
The heavy metal community is tight.
It clearly is, because Neil has also said if you like Orange Goblin, you may remember The Sword.
Great band.
Oh, okay. Nick, not going to lie, guys. No idea about any of these.
Another riff-based outfit.
So Neil just said, just woke up to the cricket disaster. I'll go back to bed, Neil, if I was you.
A lot of love for the heavy metal in Scotland.
Yes, a lot of love for the heavy metal. It's everyone to their own. Love it. I'm actually quite excited to hear. Because
I'll get some on.
Please do. Right, back pages. Nick, what is going on this morning?
Well, I mean, Tyson Fury's waded into the Anthony Joshua-Jake Paul debate. So I don't know if you've seen overnight Anthony Joshua saying that as a boxer he has a license to kill. People are genuinely worried about Jake Paul's safety in this fight. But
I think that's what I was worried about when I first saw it, because, like I say, it's a legitimate heavyweight fight. Anthony Joshua could legitimately kill him.
Absolutely.
And I just,
Well, Tyson Fury's saying that actually those comments, say that AJ saying, I can kill you, I will kill you to Jake Paul, are actually
feel like
not a bit overstepping the mark. So Tyson Fury has called him a classless loser. Obviously, these two are going to fight each other, and this is all part of the build-up, right? But Tyson Fury saying AJ's at the end of his career fighting a YouTuber, a Disney Channel guy who Tommy beat. I mean, can't really argue with that.
Yeah.
And now he's talking about killing him. He's a bit long in the tooth to be talking S like that.
I feel like Tyson Fury's probably said worse.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's. I wonder what they'll say when they're fighting each other. But I think it is a legitimate worry, and I'm not going to lie. I'm probably not going to stay up to watch it. Are you?
I am going to watch it.
Are you? You're going to set...
I'm going to get up.
I'm actually going out Friday night. So by the time I get in, it might not be... Like, it might be like fairly soon.
It's a bit car crashy, isn't it? A bit rubbernecky. It's like, I'm not really interested in it as a sporting contest, but
you sort of want to watch it.
I would like to see Jake Paul get knocked out, but I
think that's the main reason why everyone's watching it, to be honest.
I just hope he's all right, and doesn't sort of... Anyway, nothing untoward happens. Sky Sports potentially getting back into boxing. We thought they might be sort of leaving the sport after a big contract with Boxer expiring in June, but looking like Sky Sports have a new deal involving Dana White and Jake Paul's promotional companies. So we'll find out a bit more about that in the next few months.
Interesting.
And Ryan Cherki on a lot of the back pages. I mean, is he... Do you think Cherki could be the player that just helps Man City get over the line?
I love players like Ryan Cherki. I mean, his goal yesterday was out of this world good. But he's the sort of player that, like we said, these sorts of players don't really exist anymore.
Like Eden Hazard.
Yeah, like the players that get you off your seat, that make you want to watch football, are the reason why you love watching football. He's exciting every time like his Rabona assist the other day. Like that's just, and that reminded me of Hazard, because Hazard... That doesn't surprise me at all, though. No. It doesn't surprise me at all that Pep Guardiola doesn't want his players doing that. But I love everything about Ryan Cherki. And, yeah, I'm not sure if he'll be the difference. Like, Erling Haaland is the only reason why City will go on and win this league. Do you know what I mean? If they do. Phil Foden maybe as well. But I think it's a nice addition to have a player like Ryan Cherki in your team.
I still think Man City are going to nick it,
We shall see. Nick, thank you so much. Nick will be back a little bit later to look at the front pages. Right, I'm Olivia Buzaglo. This is Early Sports Breakfast, just coming up to 5:30. Up next, we'll check in with AJ and Eddie Hearn ahead of the Jake Paul fight.
Who doesn't love the Ryder Cup, the competition that ignites and unites the greats of golf like no other? 1927 brought us the very first edition at the Worcester Country Club in Massachusetts. For the first 22 editions, when it was just British and Irish golfers versus the US, America were only beaten 3 times. But in 1979, in came Europe, and in came Seve Ballesteros, who went on to win 5 of them. Since Team Europe became a thing, the head-to-head reads Europe 13, USA 9. Europe's last away win was the miracle at Medina in 2012. America hasn't won on European soil since 1993 at the Belfry. So what about the money? The most recent Ryder Cup in Rome drew in a record 271,000 spectators and boosted the Italian economy by €262 million. The PGA of America TV deal with NBC is worth $440 million, but 2025 will be the first time ever that the US team will receive a fee for playing. Of course, in Rome, legend has it Patrick Cantley refused to wear his cap because he wasn't being paid to wear it, though he insisted it simply didn't fit. Either way, Team Europe have made it clear they're more than happy to keep playing for the thrill, joy and prestige of the Ryder Cup.
Good morning. I'm Olivia Buzaglo. This is the early sports breakfast on talkSPORT. We're building up to breakfast this morning from 6 a.m. with Alan Brazil and Gabby Agbonlahor. Some of your headlines this Thursday morning then. We understand that Bournemouth want to sign a new centre-back in January, with Marcos Senesi set to leave on a free at the end of the season. The Argentine has turned down multiple offers to extend his contract, which expires in the summer. Aberdeen striker Kevin Nisbet said the World Cup is on his mind. He hopes to use their final Conference League game to keep improving its form. The Dons have no chance of progressing, but there'll be plenty of motivation from the likes of Nisbet when they take on Sparta Prague tonight. And Chelsea have been told to re-sign a 41-year-old Thiago Silva if he's available. He's eyeing up a World Cup spot as well, and his contract at Fluminense in Brazil has come to an end. Darren Bent says Silva's still class.
I mean, if I'm Chelsea, I'm trying to bring him back in some capacity. And if that's the play, that's the play. I watched him in the Club World Cup, to be fair, and he still looked... yes, of course, he's not as quick as we know as we know he can be, because he's obviously older in age, but his brain is still quick. He was still getting his body position in the right place. He was very rarely getting caught out with the ball in behind, because he knows full well I'm not the quickest anymore. So as they're about to clear it or clip it over the top, I'll drop 10 yards. Now, I played against Thiago Silva when he was in his pomp. Oh, my goodness. Animal. He, with the experience that he's got, I would bring him back in some capacity. Now, he might have more of a coaching role at Chelsea, but when you talk about someone who's got the experience, who's played at the highest level, that's got a connection to the club as well, I mean, you can go and sign a 21-year-old and it still won't be as good as him.
Has Darren Bent ever spoken truer words? Because that is a transfer that I would absolutely be up for. Chelsea are crying out for a bit of experience at the back. Levi Colwill's out. To have someone like Thiago Silva, and Darren mentioned his pace there. Yeah, maybe he's not as quick as he was, but he was never actually really quick, Thiago Silva. He's one of those defenders that his just brain is one step ahead of everyone else, and I think it would be invaluable if he was to come back. And given where Chelsea centre-back sort of situation is right now, Go and get Thiago Silva, is what I say. For more on all these stories, you can visit talksport.com. Right, this is a bit I've been waiting for this morning. We can have a little listen to the band that Nick went to see last night. This is a bit of Orange Goblin.
Good stuff.
Yeah, did they play this last night?
They absolutely played.
And was it amazing?
It was unbelievable. Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Alan's brother, by the way, Stuart. He went to the show, travelled down from Scotland. Neil as well, a big heavy metal fan.
Yeah. See what John Norman makes of this. I think he's on the line. John, what do you reckon?
Yeah, that wasn't bad actually. I'm not sure I would be spending my nights going to watch it live, but it's got a little bit more melodic than I was expecting. So yeah. 8 out of 10.
How are England's headbangers getting on?
Not so good, unfortunately. It's been painful for the last, I don't know, 15 years. I mean, England's record in Australia must be down there with the worst record in all sport. I mean, they've lost so many games against Australia. Their record's terrible. And so it continues. 168 for 6. Will Jacks and Ben Stokes at the crease. They trail by 203. So we're 4 runs away from everyone going on social media and say how well they've done to avoid the follow-on. But they're just in a hole, and it's really difficult to see how they get out of it. Australia have really taught them a lesson in how to bowl on an unresponsive pitch. You know, they've bowled line, they've bowled length, they've bowled to a plan, they've been backed up by their field, and England just have not been able to get away on a day that a lot of people, the commentary team, were overly excited about how many runs England were going to score today. And they just have not been able to put partnerships or pressure together or against the Australia bowlers. So credit to Australia, they bowled very, very well. Stokes has batted to a plan. We've seen this plan before. 103 deliveries he's faced, he's 31, and he's asked the batters to stick with him. Only Harry Brook has really looked up to that, and he only made 45. So Jacks has been put down at short leg. Would have been a really good grab, but I think Travis Head would be slightly disappointed he didn't take the catch. So we'll see if he can take advantage of that let off. Still got, what have we got, 27 overs remaining today. We'll see play until 7 a.m. So look, if Stokes and Jacks are still there, they're eating another 40 runs, maybe 50 runs out of the lead, then England will at least be able to go back tonight and hope that they can at some point put pressure on Australia. But it's looking a bit bleak. 168 for 6. England, they trail by 203.
John, thank you so much.
Cheers, guys.
Right, we'll have loads more build-up to the third test or reaction to the third test on talkSPORT Cricket's YouTube channel and the following on podcast. England currently 168 for 6. Right, there is a big fight happening this weekend. Anthony Joshua against Jake Paul. He says boxers, this is AJ, he says boxers have a license to kill ahead of his fight with Jake Paul in Miami. On Friday, there was a final pre-fight press conference on Wednesday night local time. talkSPORT's Gareth A. Davis was there to catch up with AJ and Eddie Hearn.
Got to beat him for the sake of boxing, because people will be saying, how can a guy come in after such little
He's done well.
experience?
He beat Woodley, he's beat this guy, he beat Silva, he's beaten a lot of good fighters. A lot of people that come into the game, yeah? And then imagine they had the resume that he did. He came in at a late stage and fought some good names along the way. He knows what he's doing, but so do I.
Do you knock him out?
I don't know. If this could talk, it will tell you. I don't know what's going to happen.
Guys, we got to go.
You know, you got to prepare yourself for a tough fight. You can't just take this guy as a clown and just go in there and not do the work in the gym and not prepare your mind to go in and perform. And you can't have it both ways. On one hand, people are saying, oh yeah, is he taking it seriously? And then when he's taking it too seriously and talking about the dangers of the fight, but, oh really? So he's prepared for this fight like it's a world heavyweight title fight.
You've got a very close relationship with DAZN. You've been one of the big building blocks for them. But obviously we're over on Netflix. So is it good for AJ that he gets projection in America through Netflix. 80 million subscribers in America alone.
This fight, we took this fight for a number of reasons. Number one was the money. Number two was the exposure. And number three was the activity. And it's ticked every single box. So hopefully, Friday night, we can turn around and go, thank you, everything. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the money. Thank you for the exposure. And we're ready for normal business to be resumed in 2026.
Oh, yeah, AJ against Jake Paul. I think most people are just watching it because they sort of hope that Jake Paul is probably going to get knocked out. Whether it will happen in round 1, 2 or 3, not sure I'll be there. I'm not sure I'm going to wake up to watch it. We shall see. But I do hope that Anthony Joshua knocks him out. Right, Wayne Rooney's overhead kick scored against City in 2011 was voted the best ever Premier League goal. So we were asking you, do you agree? If no, which one? Stacky said Ian Wright versus Everton. Past 2 players chipped the keeper. Absolute filth. And Ryan, the QPR fan, said the Orange Goblin singer has a liver bird tattoo. Is it liver? There's a liver building, isn't there?
He's a Liverpool fan.
That makes sense. Live bird tattoo. And the original bassist is a big QPR fan. Great live band. There we go. Another heavy metal.
They're out there.
This is proving to be quite popular, Nick.
They had a picture. They actually had a big picture of Peter Beardsley on their bass amp last night.
Did they actually?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Right, it has just gone 5:43. It's time now for this.
It's a front page throwdown.
Oh, what a move.
The front page is first on the early sports breakfast. talkSPORT.
Right, Nick is back for a look at some of the lighter stories on the front pages.
Bit more on that text topic. Wayne Rooney's 2011 bicycle kick against Man City. Boffins decided it was the best ever Premier League goal after using a special formula to rate 35 goals on technique. The study was by OLBG and maths whiz Bobby Siegel, who says the maths confirms what our hearts knew.
I don't know if our hearts knew that.
I don't think my heart knew that.
My heart didn't.
Do you have a favourite Premier League goal? For me, in terms of the emotion, it might be the Danny Osvaldo against Manchester City, where he turned company inside out, popped it in the top corner, and then machine gunned the crowd. But it's that Kasami.
It's a really hard. It depends. It depends what you like, doesn't it? Because do you just like a worldie scored from 35 yards, or do you like it when a player runs around 5 players and puts it in the net? Do you know what I mean? I don't know which one springs to mind.
I like a big volley. That Kasami.
Oh yeah, that's a great goal.
Fulham against Palace when he's far on the right hand side and then smashes it. It's like a sort of that trajectory, a bit like the Van Basten volley into the far left hand.
Yeah.
Bad news, by the way.
I
need to go to John Norman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm here.
Wicket's gone down.
I'm here.
It's getting worse, John. It's getting worse.
It is. It is getting worse. Jax has gone. This is brilliant keeping behind the stumps by Alex Carey. What a series he's had. Boland is bowling. He's not bowling at 90 miles an hour, but he's still bowling at full pace. He's a pace bowler. And Carey's up behind the stumps. That's so difficult to do. What that does, it means that Jax has to play deep in his crease. And he's got some movement. Because he's playing deep in his crease, it means that any movement is going to be exaggerated because the ball's got further to reach the batter from point of impact in the floor. Inside edge has been taken from the bat, just a thin one, and it's cannoned back onto the pad of Jax and then looped up. And Carey's got the presence of mind to maintain his body position and then react and take the catch. There's been a lot of angst from England and Australia about the use of Snicko. No angst here. Didn't need to go upstairs. There's no review. He inside edged it. The catch has been taken. Jax has got to go. And England now are 7 down and they're miles off. 203 they trail. I think Ben Stokes is going to have to start playing his shots now. England 168 for 7.
Oh gosh, 168 for 7. John, before you go though, we are asking people today what they think the best.
It's Di Canio.
It's Di Canio.
It's Di Canio. And also, Rooney shinned that.
Yeah, he did.
So how can that be the best goal ever? He shinned it.
Yeah.
It wasn't even the best goal Rooney scored. Di Canio, airborne volley with the wrong foot. And if you watch that goal, right, he hits it across the keeper. He can only hit it in one part of the goal. He aims for the goal. And also, the ball itself is ridiculous. So he hits that. It's like a cross-field volley, wrong foot, airborne, across the keeper. He can hit one part of the goal. He nails it. That is the best Premier League goal ever.
Good shout.
Yeah, hard to argue with that. Thank you very much, John.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, I think I would disagree that Wayne Rooney's is the best ever Premier League.
Shinda, a bit like Romero. Super quick before I go. Cheese helps stave off dementia. Apparently.
I love cheese.
Boffins found a link between eating more high-fat cream, I'm well into this, and high-fat cheeses, such as cheddar, brie or Gouda, and a lower risk of developing the debilitating condition. Come on, favourite cheese?
Camembert.
Oh, wow.
I had a camembert for dinner the other day. I put it on my Instagram and everyone went mental because I had it with like bread, apples and pears. Oh my God. People were like coming at me as if it was like the worst thing in the world that I just had that for dinner.
That's a lovely dinner.
It was a 10 out of 10 dinner.
Yeah.
It was great. What's yours?
Brilliant. Favourite? Do you know what I like? Gorgonzola.
Oh, blue.
Yeah, I love a blue. Yeah, come on.
Gross. Thank you very much, Nick. Right, it's just gone. It's coming up to 5:48. This is Early Sports Breakfast with me, Olivia Buzaglo. Up next, we'll tell you how you can win a trip to the darts and look ahead to Palace as they have a Conference League game. Could they move into the top 8 tonight?
Step up to the Oki and win the ultimate VIP darts experience on talkSPORT.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Buzaglo. This is Early Sports Breakfast on talkSPORT. You've got Alan and Gabby with you at 6 a.m. The PDC World Darts Championships is underway, and talkSPORT and Pitch Experiences could be sending you there on the 23rd of December. Get your entry in by 4 p.m. tomorrow, and you and three mates could be living it large with platinum seats, fine dining, an open bar, and VIP access to the 501 Lounge with Russ the Voice Bray. Then it's straight to your prime arena table for the best view in the house. Get ready for an unforgettable Ali Pally Christmas. Here's how to enter then for your chance to win. Text darts to 83338. Text costs £2 plus your standard network rate, or you can call 0343 421 7508. Lines close at 4 p.m. tomorrow. That's when you'll need to answer your phone if it rings. 18 plus, UK residents only. So for your chance to win, text darts at 83338 now. This is a network promotion. Full T's and C's at talksport.com. Good luck.
Step up to the Oki and win the ultimate VIP darts experience on talkSPORT.
Right, the afternoon session today, just some names that are playing. Callum Ridds is playing as well, Mike De Decker, that's from 12:30, and then the evening session from 7 p.m. Oh, is Michael van Gerwen, but I think we've got to go back to John because there has been another wicket, hasn't there, John? Jeez, this is getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Should we just stop now?
Yeah, please. That would be lovely because it is getting worse and worse and worse. England 8 down. Bryden Castle's been cleaned up. He's gone for a duck. Scott Boland's second. And England actually haven't avoided the follow-on target yet. Not that Australia would enforce it. So that would be crazy. Cast goes for naught, and surely Stokes is going to start hitting out. 31 from 115. He can't believe it, the skipper, what has been going on today. Nor can I, although I can at the same time. 168 for 8 then.
Thank you very much, John. Oh, gosh, 168 for 8. Yeah. Not going well. Joe, I was just mentioning the darts. Michael van Gerwen is on this evening. The afternoon session is live on talkSPORT 2 today, and every dart of this PDC World Darts Championship is live on the talkSPORT app. It's Palace are playing in the Conference League tonight as they look to finish in the last 8, live on talkSPORT 2. Alex Crook and former Crystal Palace midfielder Darren Ambrose will taking you through that one. Palace midfielder Will Hughes says speculation around Oliver Glasner's future is no distraction. Glasner's reportedly refusing to sign a new contract. It suggested he intends to leave at the end of the season. Hughes insists, though, it's not something the players are talking about in the dressing room.
There's nothing spoke about internally between the players, and especially with how society is now. Rumours get circulated at the click of a button. You go through half our team, there'll be rumours about them. January, summer, so it's just part and parcel of the game. There's no distraction there on our part at all.
Right, well, that's obviously on talkSPORT 2 tonight, Crystal Palace against Coops in the Conference League. Wayne Rooney's goal, overhead kick in 2011, was voted the best Premier League goal ever. So we were asking you, do you agree? Daz has said the RVP volley from Rooney pass, that is a great goal. And Jack has said technically it's got to be Bergkamp versus Newcastle, but for a strike, it's got to be Eric Edmund versus Liverpool at Anfield. And Rob sent us a voice note. So what does Rob think?
I thought your newsreader was a Saints fan. How can there be a better goal than Matt Letizia flicking it over 2 people and slotting it in the bottom right-hand corner? No better goal.
Rob's going at you, Nick. Rob's going at Nick. For being a Southampton fan, Matt Letizia against Newcastle. Our producer Nick is saying that Letizia against Blackburn was better, Rob. So get in touch, see what do you think about that. Right, there is loads more coming up on talkSPORT Breakfast at 6 a.m. today. Joining Alan and Gabby this morning, actor and Man United fan James Nesbitt will talk about Rory McIlroy's nomination for Sports Personality of the Year tonight. Former England cricket coach Paul Farbrace with an Ashes roundup. That's going to be fun. And ex-YouTube boxer Joe Weller looks ahead to AJ versus Jake Paul. You've been listening to Early Sports Breakfast with me, Olivia Buzaglo. It's Alan Brazil and Gabby Ogbonlahor on the way next.